So I'm at Halifax Train Station. I am going on a day out. I've texted to say that I am going on a day out. Dogs are all okay. I did pretty well. Did a pretty well good walk this morning with them. I did like 4.5 miles of walking with them. So they're knackered. They're knackered. So yeah. Initially I was like, oh, I'm gonna get the train to Hebden Bridge. I was gonna do that. But then I thought, do you know what? Been to Hebden Bridge many times. I'm going to go the other direction. I'm going to head towards Leeds direction. I'm going to head. I figured Hebden Bridge holidays. It's going to be fucking heaving with people. So I figured I'm going to go somewhere where it isn't going to be that way. So I'm going to go to South Milford. Now I've been to South Milford before. However, I am only catching the train from here to there because I'm going to walk north to Sherburn-In-Elmet. So a couple of years ago? Last year. So anyway, with me and my mum's friend's son we was like, oh, we're going to go to Sherburn-In-Elmet. We got the train to Church Fenton, and the train was quite delayed on that train. We got to Church Fenton and that train had missed that we needed to get to this Sherburn-In-Elmet place. And I looked at the map and I was like, surely there's an easier way of getting to Sherburn-In-Elmet. And there is. Get a train from here to South Milford. And then I looked at my map of South Milford and Sherburn-In-Elmet, and they're very close together. So my plan is I'm going to walk from South Milford along. You can walk through like farmland and such like that, and into Sherburn-In-Elmet properly. Go around there, come back along the main road, and then maybe I might do a little bit of South Milford. Maybe, I don't know. It is the holidays, which means one thing only: there are youngsters or people that are not in school because it's the holidays. Which is why I figured let's go to somewhere that isn't touristy, and neither Sherburn-In-Elmet or South Milford are touristy. I'll go to somewhere like Leeds or go to Manchester. I mean, places I've been for a while: Leeds, York, Manchester. They're all going to just be overrun with holiday makers and people just going on the trains. I mean, that's not to say that when I catch this train to go to South Milford, that's going to be the case. I should admit I've got a little bit of a problem right now, which is like it's irritation, not in the groin, but inside. So I actually typed what I thought was appropriate in my head, typed that in onto Google, and there's actually a term for what I have at the moment. Which I cannot remember the name of because it was like a ridiculously long name. But like when you've got I'll explain it briefly. So when you've got your butt cheeks, and then there's the hole, obviously, where you do a number 2. In there has got irritated. So it feels like my trousers are going up a little bit, riding up a little bit. So it's sort of down to do with that. And also I think because when I took my antibiotics for my Lyme disease bite, I was just going to the toilet so much that I think it might have misshaped my you know what, who knows. Anyway, I'm going to wrap the video up now. It's 10:07. I'll be on the train in 10 minutes. So there's no doubt to saying like, oh, there'll be people on the train, because there will be. But I was kind of like, oh, do I go to Brough? But I'm like, it's near Hull. And I think also Brough being near Hull, it's not a touristy spot, but I imagine it would be busy during the holidays, right around there. So I thought, well, I know South Milford and I know Sherburn-In-Elmet. I can picture the route sort of in my head of where I'm going to go. So yeah, with me, it feels like my trousers are going up my, you know what, and they are in some sort of way, doing that. But it doesn't last forever, and I have not had it for very long. I've probably had it for probably a week, like a week into 2 weeks. So that's just a Leeds train. So I don't want to get that. But how many people will be left on the platform then? Because I imagine going to Leeds, the train will just fill and fill and fill and fill. But then after Leeds, it won't maybe fill up again, maybe, but it won't be that bad. So, and I've got my headphones as well, so I'll sit wherever I can. So, thanks for watching for now, and I'll see you in... Well, here's the thing, the South Milford Train Platform is actually in Sherburn-In-Elmet. When you get onto the main road and then down to like the pub area, that's then South Milford. So actually, I'm getting the train to the South Milford platform, but actually I'll be in Sherburn-In-Elmet. So, I'll see you in Sherburn-In-Elmet. Goodbye. I'll basically explain that terminology when I'm there as well, if I can remember. If I don't remember, then I've said it here. So thanks for watching for now, and I'll see you there. Goodbye.